Hello, welcome back to another Toonkind D&D at 12 FPS. Today, we have a lovely game for you called Geritheatrics. My name is Breaks, and I'll be playing for the first time ever Isabella Book. I'm excited, and I am joined today by the lovely, the talented, the amazing.
What am I supposed to do after that kind of time? Hi, it's me. I'm Mad. I'm playing Alibi, who is definitely not Delta Song Danger. Also, should we just explain what's happened with Spella? Because, this is all legit and above board, and Owl was very much a part of the decision. In fact, yeah. uh,
Yeah. Let's see. Well, Owl approached me. It was like, I'm looking to rehome some characters because she was just not having a good time with Spella.
no.
And she asked if I would take her over, and I said yes, I'd be honored to.
Yeah. And,
So I'm
yeah,
going to
this
do
was all
my best to.
very much in discussion with me, and yeah, it all kind of felt right. So we have a new Isabella in town, and this is kind of going to be Breaks' introduction to playing her, but also, yeah, it's kind of a nice recalibration point, because after the last arc, they had a bit of an up and then a down and then an up again, so they're kind of reset, but we want to be try and find out where they are.
Yes. Oh, so I guess that would lead us to sort of the introduction of what the heck is going on here.
Words hard.
So Isabella mhm, dragged dragged Alibi out of like wherever he was sleeping at the moment and was like, I need your help. You're going to come with me because you're good at some of these things, and I need help. She explains to him that she had heard some rumors that one of the local wizard retirement homes for, for keeping maybe somewhat demented old wizards from, casting spells on the populace willy-nilly.
Yeah, yeah.
One had died recently, and they hadn't yet cleaned out his home at the retirement center, and she wants to go raid it. Essentially.
Wow, what scruples this lady has. I mean, he's not gonna miss it, so.
Yeah.
I just love the idea of a heist in a retirement home. There's levels to this that I just can't quite get over. I think Alibi is a bit surprised that Speller has approached him despite everything that happened, but he isn't really given an opportunity to object, which is probably the best way to do this. Just don't question it. Lalu's got this figured, probably. Let's just go with it and yeah, go rob a dead man's old folks' home room. Great. Yeah, he has no moral quandary about this because he is chaotic neutral.
On the way. Love it. Oh man. And she's on the way over. She's just rambled about the history of the guy who died. Apparently, some sort of famous or infamous shadowmancer sort of person.
Ooh.
Kind of pioneered the field of shadowmancy. And if she can find his spell book or some spell scrolls dealing with what his findings, she could get a leg up on her studies in college. Maybe even get a thesis working on it. It would help. It would very much help. Not to mention the extra coin. Because
Yeah. Gotta pay off that
college.
debt.
Yeah. But anyway, she. I think the part that she really needed him for was just getting in, and she knows that she has learned that he is the face of any heist. So, I imagine, how do you think they got in?
Oh boy. Well, I'm just loving this title screen card because of the huge, yes, Goth Lolita, but also Wednesday Addams vibe that she's giving. So yeah, they're definitely the bereaved, adopted grandchildren. How old was this wizard? I'm guessing grandpa, because wizards are always 500 years old or something crazy.
I know, yeah, definitely Grandpa.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, grandchildren
wizened.
So they're going to pass themselves off as bereaved relatives who have come to collect their departed relatives, beloved possessions, and they definitely have a will that would prove this. But let's hopefully not have to rely on the paperwork. Do I have to roll a performance or
Not at the
persuasion?
moment because I would say that oddly, perhaps Alibi would notice that it seems they seem oddly accepting of this explanation, and they
Huh.
don't really even demand much in the way of proof. They just let you in
Oh.
or let us in.
A wiser
Uh,
cartoon would be suspicious of this. However, Alibi is very used to things just going his way, so he's not going to
yeah.
question this ticket in, and just like, yeah, this is entirely normal for his life. Oh boy.
Uh, I think Spella kind of looks ask insensitive, but she's also used to like him just the luck thing coming into play,
Mm.
which is why also that she wanted him along.
Hmm.
But I think that would leave us where we plan to begin this, right in front of the door to the home of the recently deceased wizard.
Cool. Uh,
She's just
do we have a conversation
right.
like on the way down this corridor? I imagine they
I
would
think
talk.
Spella like I think Spella like gets right down to it and like tests the knob. It opens. All right. Okay, excellent. So, provided there aren't any terrible traps, I think we're on the right trail here. Opens the door, and the inside is, well, as you might expect, cast in shadow. So,
What?
I
Mission
think
number
she
one is
enters
find the
immediately
light
and
switch.
yeah, mission one is find the light switch. But yes, that cartoony gag of her going in and it's just her eyes visible as she's like stumbling around looking for the white light switch. And things are like falling over, being knocked over. Like there's just some cursing coming from Spella.
I'd offer to help, but this is actually quite entertaining.
Why did I never take a light cantrip? Uh, hmm.
Let me see what I can bring up.
And
He's going to. I don't know how you want to play this because technically it's an attack, but he has a firebolt cantrip, so he's going to like
oh
try and like keep the flame on the end of his finger, but it might
yeah,
not
I can
work.
understand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like holding an action like the spell. So you just have a yeah. I think I'd allow it.
Oh,
So
okay.
we have just candlelight
Cool.
essentially,
Yeah.
firelight. Oh oh, thank you. Okay. Switch. Oh, there it is. Click. And the inside of the home is revealed, and it is a mess. Probably, it probably was a mess even before Spella like got in there and started stumbling about. But there are knickknacks and books and loose sheets of paper everywhere. Magical paraphernalia. Looks like some old college, like like the 1950s football uniform hung up on the wall. And very
This wizard had
much.
guns. I love it. Oh, good, we have a hoarder. Super.
Ah, well, okay. This will just take a little bit more time, but we're still here, and they're none the wiser.
Don't you have a sort of
Uh,
find item thing? What are we even looking for? You hadn't really briefed me on exactly what we have. I mean, I'm assuming we're not just taking everything. There's quite a lot, and I don't particularly follow football. Those look a bit too big for me anyway.
hmm, no, I'd say that's pretty much worthless. But first, if he still has it, in fact, I don't know if they would allow him to keep it, but the spell book. And she takes out her own and taps Alibi under the chin with it, and before putting it back. If you can find the spell book, I can get those notes, or start deciphering them anyway. If he's a proper wizard, he probably has them under a cipher. Let's see. And she starts looking around, and Alibi, you'd
Mm.
probably notice that the lights flicker a bit, and then Suddenly there is a whoosh of shadow that rushes over both of you.
Ugh, I think that
And
puts
you
out
are
his
gone.
finger.
How about we start off with our... Yeah! And the lights go out momentarily before they come back up again, like the light switch lights. But how about we start out like our first roll with a perception check?
Let's do that. That would be good. I mean, we were gonna do one of those anyway with my +0 to it. I love having no wisdom bonus. High five!
6 and only 6!
Aye, 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 this is gonna be good. Well, it fits with the comedy. Oh no.
Spell is just like, quit. Stop playing with the lights, Alibi, and help me with this.
I was about to say the same thing to you, but fine, I suppose we're just being extra childish today. So yeah, nothing is wrong. Absolutely nothing is wrong.
Yeah, nothing.
No.
Except there's suddenly a sound of a clear throat.
What, do you want a cough speech?
That wasn't you?
No. It was you, right?
No. Believe me, I cleared my throat much more ladylike.
I don't believe you, actually. So what, do we do the slow turnaround gag?
Turn around. And on the wall behind the both of them, there is a large, shadowy ghost figure who, in one hand, clutches two very familiar shadows.
Spooky! Very spooky!
I think there's just like the moment of them looking down, realizing they don't have their shadows anymore, and then looking back up at this guy.
Oh my god, I don't know if this is on purpose or accidentally overlapping with Larry, but oh, I'm getting flashbacks. Okay.
But after after we both realize it clears its throat again. So, you finally got caught on. Welcome to my domicile. I see you're here to raid it. But I mean, you're welcome to it. But if you want these back, and he shakes the shadows, which are doing like the Peter Pan thing and like just being, like help me. But if you want these back, let's say, I am recently deceased. It's been a little bit difficult to move on, if you get my drift. So, if you can help me figure out what my unfinished business is, you can have your pick of whatever's left in here, and I'll give you these back.
I'm going to make I think this would be like a whiz save. This is basically a courage check. Again, I have no bonus to this. Oh,
Hey!
my first nat 20 of the day. What the hell? Okay, well, I guess that's a way to use it. Thanks, Lalu. Whilst I had supposed that Alibi would be very shaky and like, oh god, no, it's a ghost, he is suddenly sort of buoyed up by an odd bubble of confidence. I think this is partly because of the company he's in. Because, you aren't aware of it, but him and you did have some college days together. And, you went on some hijinks together. Like, you were buddies. And he's seen some of the stuff that you can pull. So I think this is perhaps not so much confidence in himself as the lady who can, like, kill everything, probably including ghosts. Also, like, he has a goddess on his side. So, yeah, he sort of... he shrugs. He's like, well, I don't particularly know what the advantage of having a shadow was to begin with. But if you're sure... I mean, wait a minute. You don't know why you're still here? Did you have, like, a memory thing? I understand. I mean, you were old, so...
Who you calling old? I'm dead. But yeah. I mean, the Alzheimer's hit pretty hard in the last few years.
Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm better now. I can remember most things. Just can't remember what I was trying to finish up. But I know it's somewhere in here.
Oh,
and with you
conveniently specific.
twos in here, that should be a lot easier to figure it out. Well, I didn't do much leaving the last 2 years, so it's gotta be in here.
Oh,
I like how this is slowly morphed into like some sort of Brooklyn, New Jersey accent.
I love it. It's
Um,
great. I wish I could do
but
one.
Spella, for her part, has been taking notes. Very interested. Like, oh, that's just interesting. Huh, I wonder if it's due to the shadowmancy that you choose to show as a shadow rather than a regular incorporeal spirit. Just kind of mumbling on, taking notes.
Okay, well, the nerd is
But
very
then closes
excited
inside.
about you. I can understand you two are going to get along very well. Could you give us
Hmm.
a quick little introduction as to who you are? It might be connected as to why you are still here.
Oh, let's see. Huh. Well, I had a very lucrative career early on in life using shadowmancy. You'd be surprised at what you could do with these things. Um, and he like snaps like one of your like at your shadow alibi and creates like a little doppelganger almost of you for a sec before it dissipates. And like, well, the magic isn't what it used to be. Uh, but folks, well, my name is God, I didn't think of a name. Uh, the DM dilemma.
Let's
Uh,
go to the gallery. We've got a couple of people in the gallery. Like, anybody
oh
got a good
yeah,
Shadowmancer name? Points for comedy. Also, hi, we're raiding and robbing a dead man's retirement home room, if you hadn't joined it. Tad O.
Tato.
Tado? Is he like a frog?
Tato.
Dead wizard frog. Poltergeist! Oh, that's
Poltergeist. Oh my God,
good.
Dee Dee.
That's genius.
Oh
Okay, we
yes,
gotta go with that.
yes.
Poltergeist is
Dee Dee
brilliant.
wins. Oh,
Thanks,
beautiful.
gallery.
Okay. Yeah, my name's Paul. Poltergeist. Most folks would call me Paul. Uh, but didn't. I mean, I made a good bit of fortune using these shadows to go in places where generally I was not allowed. But caught up with me. Uh, got old. Got put in here. Uh, but let's see. He's he's really thinking hard on this.
Oh, bless him.
Uh,
I suppose while he's doing this, just to like let you spin your wheels a bit, shall I start investigating? Because that seems to be a thing we could do.
yeah, absolutely.
And try not to be collapsed with many things stacked up high because wizard aesthetic demands that everything is the heaviest object on top of the piles and so on. Okay, that's not amazing. That's a 12. That's a straight 12.
Well, let's see. There is a lot to go through here. As you're looking through, it appears that there's a good number of like old newspapers with like the crossword section like completely filled in. Um, there's also, let's see, like TV guides from many years ago. There's a TV off in the one corner.
Wow.
There's also, I guess, there's like a window across the other side of the room that it strikes you as odd. At least the window does. But you'd have to go investigate that a little
Yeah.
bit more
With a 12,
specifically if you
I
want a
feel
little more
like this
information.
guy ain't noticed shit. Like, basically, he's just kind of poking at stuff and seeing what there
It's
is.
a
That
little over average.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
How's
little over average.
how about Spella? Like, maybe she should roll and investigate, because
Yeah, with Paul just humming and hawing in the background,
yeah,
she
yeah.
will.
I kind of like this guy. I know he's taking us. Like, oh, cool. Shadow's hostage, but that was a 9 and you had a +6. I'm amazed.
Yeah.
Ooh.
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 Oh boy, what has got her? I think she's still just preoccupied with the whole. Holy shit, it's a ghost.
Yeah.
Um.
I will also warn you that, like, it seems to be fairly steadfast that the bootleg characters we have their canonical luck. And I will say that Magica Dispel does not have particularly good luck. So, we'll see how that goes. It may not
Well.
hold true.
Mm-hmm.
Looks at Oswald. Anyway, okay.
She probably was looking around and then slipped and then fell into something, and we'll say that she's investigating, air quotes, that now because her
Okay.
head's stuck in it.
Boy, I mean, we've organized this so we both like do a little task for each other. Which of us should start with that? I mean, you've done a lot of work already.
Well, I did set up the window is actually something for you.
Oh, okay. I first have to notice the window. Okay, let's make just a random luck roll and see if something
Okay.
grabs my attention. No.
I don't think so.
That's a 2! That's a big old 2! I ain't got a clue.
Says no.
What window?
Okay,
There's a window?
let's try yours for mine.
Let's do what?
Well, let's see. Since Lalu says no to
Apparently.
by noticing anything, well, how about we try yours?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we can work our way towards the window. Okay, so... Yeah, I will say, like, Speller, whilst you've fallen into something, like, you look up, and, there's, you know, one of those walkers that, I don't know if you guys call them walkers or Zimmer frames. It's like a metal four-legged frame that,
With the tennis balls on the feet.
yeah, and
Yeah.
they help you to walk along. They're actually really effective. I really did my leg in one year, and I actually borrowed one from my neighbor. I was like, "There's rules." So you're pretty sure that that Zimmer frame had been further over in the corner, and it's closer to you than it was.
Let's see what spells has Spella got on her hand. She's gonna cast Detect Magic.
It does glow with a sort of animation type of magic. I don't know what that would be. Is that as transfiguration, transmogrification? I don't know. Anyway, it does have some sort of enchantment on it, but it's not moving right now as you're looking at it.
She does a thing where she looks away and then looks back really quick at it.
Yeah, it's closer. It's like one step closer, and you didn't hear it move.
Does it again, like flicks back, like looks back at it quickly.
Okay, you did it twice. I'm afraid the rule is it's like right up in your face now, and it's like in front of you, as if you were going to use it.
Well, been enchanted. Are you just here to help out? She is going to do the inadvisable thing and put her hands on the walker.
It feels
Or
tingly.
Zimmer frame.
It feels tingly. That's what happens right now. I will say, like, if you try to take your hands off it, you will not succeed. You have a
So
Zimmer
in
frame.
the background, as Alibi is investigating the room,
I'm going off this
is
too.
waving this walker up in the air above her, trying to let go of it.
Yeah, you're just like prying at it with your foot, hopping around and stuff. But I rolled a 2. Alibi has no idea. He's just looking through old comic books. He found like a novelty lamp that's like a mushroom that glows, and he's like, "Oh, this is kind of neat."
Oh my god, okay. I think after like a minute or so of her just flailing and general toonish gaggery trying to get this thing off, she's going to, since it is a touch spell, cast Identify on the Zimmer frame.
Okay, what do you, especially with the identify, part of the Zimmer frame glows, and it's just written on in Sharpie, and it says, room, whatever this room is, it is not the same number as this room, and basically this Zimmer frame is animated to assist the elderly, so it sort of migrates to the person, but it's also not letting you go because it doesn't belong here.
Okay. Alright. She like she kind of like her hands are stuck to the the Zimmer frame, so she's kind of like using the feet of the Zimmer frame to like bap the door open so she can read what number room this is.
As opposed to ask
And
for
then she's
help,
like,
that's so in character. What number would you like this room to be?
uh, let's say 351.
Wow, that's a lot of rooms. Okay, you are
A lot of
in
wizards.
351. This Zimmer frame says 315. And if any of you ever been in a retirement home, my goodness, the exchange of walking sticks, Zimmer frames, coats, you name it. It's amazing that anybody keeps hold of anything that they possess. So, yes, you now have to find out where the room 315 is to return this Zimmer frame.
She sighs, turns and calls out to Alabama. So, I'm stuck, and it looks like I need to take this back to its room.
Oh,
So
fine,
I'm just going to go
good,
for a
have
jump
fun.
down the hall. Okay, yeah, thanks.
I mean, you could persuade him to help.
Okay. uh, she realizes that this is going to be hard to like do anything since her hands are, oh God, Spella. If I treat you to coffee after this, would you be willing to give me a hand with this? Because my hands are occupied. They
Uh,
are stuck.
his fake ears somehow prick up at the prospect of free coffee, or at least free something. But then he sort of seems to hesitate because, for some reason, he seems to think that hanging out with you might not be a great idea. It's very complicated as to why, and with a 12, you will not understand. But he says, well, seems like a lot of bother. Can't you just totter along? Maybe it'll take you where it needs to go.
She just stares at him for a second, and then awkwardly shifts one foot around the door so she can like pull it and slam it, and then only realizes afterwards that she really does need to get rid of this if she wants to get back in there.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, now I want to.
But then she taught.
You
Oh
can.
no, you go ahead.
No, it's alright. It's just you can choose. This is either survival or investigation. You will probably end up with the same gag result.
Okay, well, investigation is definitely her forte in this case.
Oh,
23! Yes!
baby! That's really good. Okay.
I
well,
mean, she has spent like a few years now navigating a college campus.
you have.
So
Wow. Also, remind me, is Isabella Toonkind or Aarakocra? I don't know which you chose to go for.
I believe she's half and half.
Half and half. Okay. Well, clearly your more real kind sensibility comes in, because if you had succumbed to the Toonkind, you're in a long corridor with many identical doors.
Oh.
So, could have been at it for a while. Like, opening doors could have resulted in a train coming through, a whale behind that for some reason, you going in one room and coming out of the other one on the opposite side. However, somehow you managed to resist this sort of charisma saving throw and managed to sedately walk your way down the corridor to room 315, and the Zimmer frame lets you go. However, in penance for this slightly irritating task, the staff give you a funny look because you were definitely, going to the other end of the corridor, and they sort of give you a, what?
Just saw this was misplaced and returning it. And then she turns and quickly walks back to the to the room 350.
They just shrug, like, that you're doing some of their job for them, that's fine.
Yep.
Okay, you return. You have been released from the clutches of the very dutiful Zimmer frame.
Mm-hmm. Okay, she opens the door and looks to see that Paul is still hemming and hawing on the wall, looks to see what Alibi has gotten up to while she was gone, if anything.
I'll roll another investigation and hope that he does slightly better than last time.
Okay, go ahead, Bilt.
Yeah, man, pay attention to your surroundings. That's an 8.
Nope.
Nope.
He, I think, has found a fascinating comic book.
Yep. He's just lying on the floor reading it.
and maybe the overstuffed armchair in the corner.
Oh, heck yeah, if there's one of those, definitely monopolizing the stuffed armchair. I mean, the last time he sat in one, it solved a puzzle, so.
Well, I didn't come up with the thing involving the armchair, so you're safe there,
Okay,
Mr.
it's
Alibi.
not a mimic,
Uh,
everybody, we're fine.
mhm.
For now.
uh, but Spella just, like, scowls at him from across the room,
Oh,
closes the door.
did you have fun? Did you find where it was supposed to be? The whatever it was?
She, like, jazz hands at him, like, showing the free hands that she now has use of again.
He returns the
So,
gesture because he didn't even notice that she was stuck.
did you, find anything interesting in that comic book of yours?
Oh, yes, it's quite a rare episode of Super Snooper, actually. I think. I say, can I keep this? It's kind of a collector's item. He's saying this
What?
to
What?
Paul T. Guys.
What? Who are you?
Oh, okay, it's going to be one of those. We're trying to resolve your resolvedness so that you can leave and give our shadows back.
Ah, nice of you. Oh, so these are yours? Okay. What are you doing in my seat? And like, uh, takes a little offense and then like, grabs your shadow, Alibi, and then like, kind of uses it a puppet and stands it up and whoop. Alibi stands up as well.
Yeah, he doesn't like that. That's quite spooky. He's like, all right, oh, okay, I've finished investigating your very comfortable armchair. Thank you very much.
Uh, well, I'd say that from the corner of the armchair, you do notice the window again, and maybe roll another perception check.
I really hope I actually see the damn thing this time. That's the
Yeah,
nat 20
nat
we
20,
needed!
baby!
Even Lalu's like,
Lala
just
said, okay,
look
yes,
at
you can
the
have it now.
window for crying out loud. I super noticed that window. I could not notice that window any more than I am perceiving it right now. And I think this is partly because he's actually sort of like, oh, yeah, shit, yeah, didn't know you could do that with the shadow. Kind of more incentive to do what you asked me to do now.
Spella, on the other hand, is delighted and is taking more notes. So you're kind of good. But anyway, the window. What grabbed your notice was that you're pretty sure you're on the first floor, but you sure as heck don't see any ground out there.
Spella, did you delete the ground?
Haven't worked out that spell yet.
You sure? I feel like you did that one time, but okay. So we have a missing earth floor. That's
Like if you go over to it and actually look down, though, it looks like you're in like a like 5-story tall tower
they.
overlooking a yeah. Uh, and you also notice that below the window there are 2 buttons, and they are labeled Smite and Spare.
Cool. All right.
And as you're looking down down this tower and out across this valley, you notice a lovely little hamlet off in the distance with farms, people working in the fields, and oh, what's that? On the road leading to the tower, it looks like somebody was driving a wagon, but they were accosted by bandits.
Egans. I mean, this is like the best TV show. He's just going to sit with his elbows on the lintel, and I am going to roll a d2 to see which button his elbow slips and hits.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say 1 is smite and 2 is spare. Let's see what happens.
Okay.
It's a smite.
1 smite!
It's a smite! To be noted, I think he
So-
was looking at the bandits, to be sure, because, like, oh hell, this is juicy.
And as you press smite, from the perspective of like a first person's perspective, a lightning bolt leaps from the window and smites the bandits. And they rather comically go yelping off out of frame, and the little townsperson is waving up at you cheerily, like, and you're very distantly, thank you. And from between the two buttons, a little slot opens up, and a package falls out.
Oh, well, you have a very interesting view. Did you see that? He's talking to Speller.
What? No. What have you got there?
He sort of stands in front of the word smite and sort of shrugs. He's like, nothing. I found a parcel.
Oh, what is it?
I don't know. I haven't opened it yet. Shall we open it, or will it explode? Oh, I can't resist past the parcel. I want to open it.
When you open it up, you find a small package of extra dried prunes.
Wonderful. I found some prunes. And he holds it aloft with the gravity of someone who has retrieved an ancient relic from a tomb.
What? But yeah, from the wall, Paul perks up and is like, prunes? Hey. Oh, those are the good stuff. Well, you should try one of them. I think you...
Do
Are you...
I have to? I'm not really... I mean, prunes are very much a thing my grandmother likes, but I'm not really sure about it. And he's like looking at them because, let's be honest, prunes are very much a personal taste thing. I feel like Delta Song Danger, the snob that he is not particularly a prune person.
Okay, I mean, that's fair.
I mean, like
you can just keep them if you want.
I mean, like, I'm kind of like, is Paul T. Geist going to be insulted and manipulate his shadow again to persuade him? Or, like, is he just like, alright, you're lost?
Let's roll a d2 and see.
Oh boy, we love the D2.
Hey, it landed on manipulate shadow.
Okay, cool. I love a 1. Okay.
But, like, I mean, like, animating Alibi to open the package and grab a prune is a bit complicated, so instead of that, it's just Alibi kind of hitting himself in the mouth with a bag of prunes.
Well, I mean, that's a way of doing it, and he said, alright, fine. I suppose it'll be good for me.
Yeah, it helps you go.
Okay, fine. He mans up and eats a damn prune. Do I die?
And he blips and finds himself in a dark area.
What? Oh my god, it's the bloody teleportation covered all over again. Not again, he said.
Would you like to roll perception?
Yeah, sure. If I've ended up in the DMV again, I swear. A 10.
A 10.
I
would
will
say that...
Nah, no.
There is a lot of stumbling, a lot of clattering. We're back to the white eyes and the black background gag again.
Ow! There's only one eye because he just walked into something with his right eye.
Ow! Ooh. Yeah. Are you gonna, like, call out?
This is not something that I want to become a running gag, Speller.
What? Alibi? Where'd you go?
What? I don't know. It's dark and I stubbed my toe on something.
Oh, wait. And you hear, like, footsteps, and then, like, suddenly there's light again as Spella opens the door, and you're able to see where you ended up going, which is the bathroom.
Aha! Ha ha ha! Helps you to go. Ha 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 ha! And he slaps his thigh.
Me breaks just extremely pleased with myself. Don't mind me.
No, that was very funny. I love it. Convenient teleportation prunes that take you to the nearest toilet, I guess?
The closest bathroom, you'd
That's
assume. The nearest toilet.
amazing. I actually love that. Oh boy. Meanwhile, Alibi is sort of like doing the forced smile. Yes, this is very funny.
Did you need some help in here?
No, I'm fine. And he walks out, but there's a length of toilet paper stuck to the back of one foot. That is the rule.
Lovely. Okay, you can go back to messing about with the window if you like, because there's more to it. I
Oh
can
my
tell you,
god,
but
there's more to the window? It's up to you.
there's more
Like,
to the
do you
window.
want Speller to have a game, or do you want to let me play with the window some more?
I
like.
do want to know what happens with Spella, but I mean, I am pretty proud of this window.
Oh, I want to play with the window, so I'm really happy to keep doing that if you are.
Okay.
Okay.
And you found out there are prizes.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sort of window is a very retro arcade game called Smite or Spare.
Smiter Spare.
I love it. Okay.
Has a bopper of a soundtrack.
Oh man, I want to hear that. Okay, yeah, he returns to the window because clearly doing that button did that, but what does the other button do? He wonders.
I mean, yeah. When you return to the window, if he looks out, he'll find that well, there are no bandits this time around. It's just it looks like the village has actually moved on to holding a little festival.
Oh, that was fast.
And they're dancing, they're having a good time. It's a lovely little display of culture and I guess harvest.
Yeah.
Since that's perfectly in keeping with the time of year now.
Yeah. Now, ordinarily, I would repeat the gag and roll a d2, but the thing is, he's a party guy. He doesn't want to rain on their parade. Like, even asshole Alibi isn't gonna be such a stinker. So he hits the spare button to see what happens.
Okay. When he chooses to hit that, the hatch opens out and another little package falls out.
This is not... I mean, is this a very, very strange way of receiving mail?
Are you asking me, or is Alibi just asking,
No, I feel like
Paul?
he's asking Paul, because, like, this might be something he remembers.
Oh, that, I mean, it's good if you want to get, like, some, between you and me, they put that in to monitor their, the people in their care. Just make sure where their mental state is.
Oh, I see. It's a social experiment monitoring thing. Okay, yuck. Okay.
Yeah, if you give them the response that they like, they give you something nice in return. If you don't, well, give it a try, see what happens.
Okay, let's see if we are under the thrall of despots. And he opens up the second parcel. I mean, some people might like the smite option. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. But inside the second parcel, what you find is a flower crown made out of suitable little harvest, like flowers and grain. It looks like you could also use it as a wreath on your door.
He puts it on his head.
Okay.
I mean...
Feels very sexy.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a flower crown exactly, but I mean, he just is like, okay, I have a round thing, gotta wear it.
And actually, I don't think this one has any effect that you immediately notice. It's just a nice little crown.
Okay. He admires himself in the reflection of whatever is nearest that is shiny.
Yeah, probably the TV screen.
I will point out, like, TVs are still pretty new in my brain in this world, so maybe it's like one of the first CRT televisions, like the ones that gave you gamma radiation. God damn.
Oh, those are fun.
TVs are wild. Like, if you look up, like,
those
what
are
cathode ray tubes are actually made of, it's terrifying. I love them. Anyway, okay, yes. We have Vane Fox being slightly pleased with his own appearance, but he always is, so.
There.
I feel like it should be Spella's
Um,
turn to have a little
Spella,
play.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. What's Spella up to?
Well, she turned on the lights in the bathroom and took a look around there, and decided to investigate the other door that hadn't been opened yet, which opens up onto the bedroom.
This is a good place
And
for
she
my
actually
thing to happen.
calls Alibi over because she immediately notices something significant. Uh, hey, I think this looks promising. Alibi.
What, am I your pet? Fine. Alright, I'm coming. Here I am. And he does a little pose. What do you think? Does it suit me?
Hmm. Well, I mean, the orange does go with your fur color.
The answer is yes. It is always yes. What? What have you found?
But she gestures into the bedroom, and sitting in front of the bed is a large locked treasure chest.
Well, going by what I've discovered so far, that is either the thing we are looking for or a nice set of pajamas.
Hmm. Well, it's the only thing I've seen here that's been locked up really so far, so I think it's probably at least a good lead.
This is actually hilarious because one of my things is a thing that tells you how to find a key. Do you want me to do that? Or have you got
Oh my
something?
god, really?
Yes?
Same?
Oh, fun! Maybe there's 2 keys. Maybe it's got 2 locks.
Oh yeah, 2 locks.
Okay, do you want to go first or shall I go first?
Can I go? Can Spella go first?
Yeah.
Or can
Yeah,
Spella
yeah,
have
yeah,
her?
yeah.
Okay.
So, what do you do?
She's going to start investigating the bedroom, see if she can find a key.
Yeah, I'll do that too because that is logically what one would do. Oh, that's a 19. 9!
A 9.
He found another comic book. It was under the bed. Okay, fine. Oh, he's no help. However, with your 19,
Yeah, Spella just hears like the creak of the mattress as he sits down on the bed and starts reading.
yeah, as you sigh and look up, your gaze travels through a glass, a tumbler full of water besides the bed. And what does every OAP in a cartoon have in a glass of water beside their bed? It is a set of false teeth.
Oh, Mom, I am delighted.
Yeah. They just stopped moving when you did that, but they definitely, there's a sneaky little trail of bubbles.
Well, she's going to go investigate a little further here.
How?
That is a good question. She already put hands on something and lost use of hands, but she doesn't put hands on something else again. Spells. What have I got? God, okay. A floating disc is 3 feet in diameter. That ain't gonna help.
That's a very big Oreo to dunk in it.
God, what kid?
I mean, there's probably things in the room, like, if you want to poke it with a stick, there's probably one somewhere.
She's gonna see if she can find something to fish these false teeth out with.
Yeah, okay. With a
like,
19, you definitely find something. For flavour, what is your item of choosing?
I think she finds 2 pencils and uses them like chopsticks.
Nice. Okay, the moment you get this set of false teeth out of the water, it goes.
She puts them back in. And then slowly takes them out. Back into the water they go. Takes them back out. I'm going to keep this up.
I don't want to have to do this at that time, but hello, mortal.
Hello, teeth.
How did you know my name?
Lucky guess, which is unusual for me.
Answer me these questions 3 and a little key, you see.
A key.
Yeah,
I suppose one of them. I
Okay,
think there were two, but I only
alright.
got to look after one of them because the boss said I was kind of chatty here.
Okay, I could see why. So, what are your questions? And she just kind of like sets the false teeth down on the, I assume, the bedside table, uh, and gives the teeth her full attention.
Alright,
It looks at you with its eye teeth.
here's the first one. What tastes better than it smells?
Huh? Tastes better than it smells.
And if you need help to guess, you can roll intelligence, I think, or or wisdom. I'll take either.
We got riddles, folks.
Yeah, we got riddles. I do like me a riddle.
11. Probably not going to give me
Nah,
much there.
not really. But like you may have spells, or you might want to persuade it to do something to help you, or persuade Alibi to get his brain into gear for once in his life.
Hmm.
I'll write it out here.
What tastes better than it smells? Hmm. I feel like I know this one. It's. What is it? I feel like it's on the tip of my tongue.
Correct! It's a tongue! A prize for the lady!
And it clacks its teeth together in want of hands to applaud you.
Oh God! Like Spell is actually startled by this. He's like, wait, a tongue, of course.
Did you actually just do that by accident? That was amazing.
Of course.
That's amazing. That's like an Alibi level get. I seriously respect you. I think
God,
I need.
I guess
I gotta
Spella
give.
just has her moments. I guess it's rubbing off.
I'm giving you an inspiration point because I thought that was just very well acted, but that was so serendipitous. Take the inspiration point.
Boy, the heck!
That was amazing.
Okay, question number 2. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I?
Oh, I think I know this one. Something bad. Or you take them, or you leave behind. This is just me doing a think thunk.
It's fine. It's giving the audience time to think. I don't know if anybody watches Countdown, but anyway. Ye ancient program.
Huh.
And again, you can roll intelligence, wisdom, or you have an inspiration point because you were pretty inspired last time.
God, I feel like these, like, I was not in riddle zone, but I do love riddles. What is it?
It's alright, there's no
roll
hurry.
intelligence, I think instead. 15!
15. I think your eyes are roaming, you're tapping your chin, like looking for inspiration, and we're in the bedroom. So there's like an open wardrobe and clothes hanging about, and there are also some items that are on the floor underneath the clothes that are, conventionally worn upon one's feet.
Oh, yeah, that definitely helps. Oh, footsteps.
Correct! Oh, she's a lucky lady!
And there's the more clapping going on. In fact, you can hear some sort of woo, woo, yeah, and probably the clothes are clapping their sleeves together. It's like hooray!
And she takes a little bow. All right, what's the third one then?
Alright, well, you better solve this one. Haha! The hiding place contains the first and makes the second too. But which of them is where it is? I haven't got a clue.
Okay, I'm gonna need that one typed
Yeah, sure. Let me just...
Yeah, please.
Let's just copy paste it. Sorry, this guy's voice is awful because I can't do a papyrus. I wish I could.
Oh my god, that's adorable.
Yeah.
Okay. Hiding place contains a first and makes it 2. Which of them is where it is? Got a clue.
I'll give you a bit of a hint because this may be misleading. This is not a self-contained puzzle. It is probably referring to the answers of the previous 2.
Ah, okay. The hiding place contains a first. The mouth?
The first answer was a tongue.
A tongue, yeah. So if it's a hiding place, it's a mouth, and makes a second 2. Makes footprints? A shoe. Oh,
Yeah.
the tongue of a shoe? Is she going? Does she? I guess she would go check out the shoes to see if
Yeah.
there's a key in one of them.
Yeah, so there are a many number of shoes in this room. So I want you to roll investigation.
Okay, I can do that. Is she gonna be bit? $12.
That fits with what would happen. You look in all of the shoes in this wardrobe, and not only can you not find the key in any of these shoes, you're fairly sure that every time you go back again, there's like another pair of shoes. Like, it's sort of like you put one down, and then there's another that you hadn't checked in, and then you check, and there's another that you hadn't checked in, and it's like, what's going on here?
Okay, I think that we need an intelligence check for this one.
Yeah.
Because something is afoot.
Aha! A foot. Very good.
10.
Nah. You're just very confused and vexed and in typical Speller fashion, probably throwing shoes over your
Stomping
shoulder.
around, yeah.
I'm gonna roll a d20 to see if one of them hits alibi. Yes! That's a 3!
Yes!
Bonk!
I was getting to the good part. What are you doing?
I'm trying to solve this riddle. I'm fairly certain it has to do with shoes, but the shoes keep appearing. I'd love this if I was going shoe shopping, but not when I'm trying to find a key in one of them.
You're looking for a key. Why would you put a key in a shoe? That would be so uncomfortable if you put it on.
She thinks about that.
I can see the thought bubble.
Boop, boop. Are these shoes of a size that Spella could try them on?
They are. I think you're going slightly in the wrong direction, but you might as well because it's hilarious to imagine Speller in a full-size wizard shoes.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're probably
Tries one
red
on.
with curly toes. There's like a sort of gold pattern on, and Alibi thinks this is hilarious and wishes he had brought a camera.
Okay. I don't think this is the answer. Gets out of the shoes and pitches them at Alibi's head again. Probably misses, giving her luck.
Okay, this time I'm going to try and make a dex save because he definitely sees that coming.
Okay.
A 3, he doesn't succeed. Again,
There's a little jingle as they go.
there is a little jingle as it goes, and the shoe bounces off his head with a sort of ow, and hits a shelf which is on the wall, and the shelf is covered in knickknacks.
Well, since you've mentioned Chekhov's knickknacks, I'm gonna go have Spella investigate.
Good old Chekhov's knickknacks. The famous plot device.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, with
Nat
a
20!
Very good, very good. There's many things up here. Little china dolls. There's something that looks like it could be a music box. And there's a cardboard box, which looks like a shoe box, but it's much too small for the size of shoes that you've been witnessing. And it has some writing on the outside that says "never worn."
Okay, yeah, I get that. Spella just takes it and looks inside.
There are a pair of baby booties.
Oh my god. This is... She looks inside the baby booties.
There is a key.
She takes the key.
I
Since it's Spella, she just puts it back up on the shelf, just stone cold.
got it. I'm sorry, it's such a sad meme, but it is a meme.
It is a meme.
It's a sad story.
It's
But
good.
yeah, you found the key in the shoes that one would never wear, and it definitely fits in the left-hand lock in this box.
Okay. That just leaves the right-hand lock, and since she has, she's done the work on this one, she readies more shoes and looks pointedly at Alibi.
All right. Two lumps is quite enough. I've got to make room for my ears, after all. Thank you. Puts the comic down reluctantly. Okay, fine. I am going to do what often works for me. Don't question it. Actually, just don't look. It's kind of embarrassing.
She looks at you and then sighs and closes her eyes, humoring you.
Alibi partly did this because this is something he has always done, and she might recognize it. So he covers his eyes with one hand and sticks his other hand out, pointing, and spins, and then stops, and then walks in the direction that he stopped spinning in.
Okay. As it happens, he walks right out of the bedroom, and his footsteps take him right into the bathroom.
I don't need... I have the prunes. If I need to return here, I will use... Fine. So he turns on the light in the bathroom and actually has a look.
Okay. Let's see. How about a perception check just to see?
Yeah, with my natural plus nothing. That's a 1! Ah, yeah, I love it! What happens?
Wow, okay.
Did I fall in the toilet? I mean...
I love the nat 1s for Alibi because they are more complicated than the nat 20s.
But they're so
But they
funny.
usually end up being the right answer anyway. Okay. I'd say that in your previous stumblings about in the bathroom, you probably knocked some things over, perhaps like a bottle of shampoo. And as you're entering the bathroom, getting ready to look around, you slip
Oh.
on the shampoo, go straight into the bathtub, take down the shower curtains with you, and as you're left kind of like with little... What would Alibi have floating above his head when he's just taking a good fall?
Oh god, there's many options. But I think we have to go with the classic horseshoes. There's some little horseshoes spinning around his head now.
Mm-hmm. But as your vision clears, you find that you're looking directly at another glass sitting on the counter
No way.
with some false teeth.
Are you kidding me?
I'm kidding you!
Oh my god! What are we, psychic? This is hilarious. But those listening, we both decided to do
made
2
these
tests
up
each.
separately. We did not talk to each other
No.
about this, so now we get 2 false teeth.
This every time there's a luck trio game of any sort, there is this kind of shenanigery. What the hell? Okay, yeah, sure. He blinks and is like, how many mouths did this guy have?
From what you saw in the shadow, just one.
Okay. Alright, it always pays to have a spare. And he's not going to do the chopsticks gag, but he does have Mage Hand, so he summons a duplicate, sort of little cartoon hand, the classic with the stripes on the back, and it daintily plucks the false teeth out of the glass. I can't believe this.
You try, but it's odd. The water comes with it.
Oh. Ew. He just shakes it around and tries to get rid of it with a momentum.
It jiggles like Jello.
Okay, that's actually quite interesting. What am I supposed to do with you?
I'd say that also in your jigglings, you managed to loosen something that was in the false teeth, a little key.
Oh.
Looks out into the Jello water surrounding these teeth.
Well, that was quicker than I was imagining. Okay, so the key is also floating in the water.
Mhm.
Right. He does sort of do a Winnie the Pooh think, and then decides that most things are solved by fire. So he's going to summon that firebolt again and try and shoot the key out of the water.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and make an attack roll.
This may not work at all, but I like the mental image. Okay.
Yes.
That's what it's all about, folks. It's all about the aesthetic. 15.
15. Yeah, that definitely hits. There is a sharp sizzle as it hits the key, and you smell the distinct scent of lime. And the entire thing
Key lime.
quivers. Yeah. Um.
I just
This is
took
also
psychic
for-
damage from that joke.
But it stays in it because after the smoke clears, you see that the dentures have grown a small tendril that have wrapped around the key possessively. And then, yeah, you mentioned eye teeth? No, these teeth are now eyes, and they're looking at you.
Oh, I
So you
hate
didn't
that.
find let me just say that the armchair wasn't the mimic.
Oh, God. Okay. Yeah, he, looks it in the eyes and is a bit squicked out, but, he's not gonna take any shit from some false teeth, and he says, alright, listen, we can do this the hard way, or we can do this the hard way. And, I would like your set of false teeth to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, I
I
hate
got that 20.
Oh. I am going to use a luck point and force you to re-roll.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. Yes! I don't often use them, but when I do, oh boy. I have just cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter on these teeth.
Oh.
Because I have to have the laughing false teeth.
Yes, the teeth start clacking, and they let go of the key, and now they're just kind of like. You kind of hear it muffled and distorted inside the jello.
Okay, right. Well, this means you're prone. This is hopefully is distracting enough that he can try and get this damn key out. Is there something I can use to get the key out? Not really.
I mean, you're holding it up with. Are you still holding the entire thing up with Mage Hand?
You know what? It's gross and icky. I feel like he will have dropped it in the bathtub.
Okay.
I just feel like that's the character thing to do. I don't know if this is a good idea, but
I mean, you do that. You notice there's some sizzling sounds coming from the tub where it hits.
What? Is the bathtub a fucking mimic? Am I going to die here today?
You think it's because of the jello substance?
Oh, that's not water. Okay. Thanks for that heads up. Okay, fine. Acid baths. We're not having one of those today.
I think at this point, like Paul hears this, like pokes his like shadow head in the bathroom, and is like, "Hey, you'd be nice to Bitey. Took me a long time to make a mimic gelatinous cube hybrid."
It's all right. I just made him have a giggle. I'm trying to get the key. Why do you keep your key in a gelatinous cube mimic hybrid? Also, how did you... No, I don't want to know.
It keeps Bitey happy.
Okay, anything to keep Bitey happy. How do I make me and you happy? By getting the key and not dissolving or being bitten by Bitey.
Let's see. Well, I mean, Bitey does love his treats.
Okay.
I'd like to have some treats still around here somewhere. And like sticks his head back out and starts muttering, like you hear like rustling from the other room as apparently Paul is looking through that.
Yeah. Alibi is on the verge of using one of these prunes, but it would just teleport it back into the same place, so I don't know if that would work.
How about you could just since Bitey was kept in the bathroom, you could like maybe do like a little look around.
That's a good idea. I should do that more often with the brain that I have. So perception, investigation.
Yeah, whatever you prefer.
Okay, I have a slight bonus to investigation. 11. That's
11.
not
Oh,
great.
man.
He says,
I mean, you're
Spella, do you have any snacks or cookies? You're not really the type I'd associate with it, but maybe.
She sticks her head in the bathroom, looks at you, looks at what's happening in the tub, raises an eyebrow, and kind of slowly backs out.
You know what? That's fair. Okay. Yeah. He is trying to think like. Well, I mean, they call it a cake of soap. I wonder. He's gonna try and feed it soap. This is a terrible idea. Here you go, num nums, num num nums.
Are you dropping the Tasha's hideous laughter? Or are you just like feeding it into like the clacking mouth?
I think he's daring to drop it. No, he's using the mage hand. He's using the mage hand to feed the clacking teeth and see if this works.
Okay, God, I did not foresee this.
No, neither did I.
If soap reaches acid. There's a lot of frothing and more sizzling. But you've essentially washed Bitey out with soap.
Good news and bad news. Bad news, I haven't solved the problem. Good news, Biter is very clean now.
You've added a bar of soap into the acid. It is slowly dissolving, and Bitey looks a little perturbed.
Oh, I should have said I should wash your mouth out with soap. What a lost opportunity. Never mind, next time.
Next time.
Next time.
Okay, I'd say that this hijinks would earn you another perception or investigation check if you'd like.
Thank you very much. I'm just gonna do a perception. I seem to have better luck with those. No, I don't. This guy ain't perceiving shit.
No.
I
you
think.
notice that.
No, I've got to do another disaster. I've got to do another disaster with the 10.
Yes, let's just see how much we can stuff into.
Yeah, the soap didn't work. But, that's not a surprise, because what you're supposed to give teeth is toothpaste. So he gets the toothpaste. And he takes the mage hand, and he squirts a copious amount of toothpaste into the gelatinous cube.
Oh my god, there's so much frothing and sizzling right now, and Bitey is not having a good time. I think. Okay, we'll do it one more time. Because rule of 3.
Yeah, rule of 3. Okay, more investigation. An 8!
Oh my god!
What? I mean, what else is there? Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh no, I've got it.
In your frantic search, you find. Okay, yes.
No. You give me something because mine is so disastrous. It will just
in your frantic search of the bathroom contents, you find like the regular cleaning stuff below the sink. It turns out the mirror, if you open that up, there is like a pill cabinet behind there with some prescription pills. Also a thing of like calcium chews.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going in a very ominous direction. I was like, Digitalis! Yes! Okay, no. Reading too many Poirots. Okay, yeah, he gets whatever vitamin gummy chews there are, vitamin C tablets, vitamin D, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, you know what? I've heard that all of these are very good for your teeth. And just drops a payload of this stuff onto the cube.
Oh my god.
Like a double handful.
My god, Bitey has a lot to chew through. Bitey, like, the eyes are just glaring up at you, and, rule of 3 is it's funny, 3 disasters. Bitey just takes the tendril, grabs the key, and whips it at Alibi.
Oh, well, thank
So
you.
just goes.
Welcome. Ooh, it does smell good.
You take it really does whip it. You take like 3 points of damage.
Was it?
Probably in the eye.
Oh, ow. Oh, that sucks. Aha! I did not key that coin. Okay, like that was awful. Time to leave the bathroom. This poor beleaguered fox. Like he's taken more damage to the, like 2 boots to the head and then a key to the face. Ow!
Ow.
This had better be worth it. And he puts the key in the lock.
Okay.
Oh my god.
With the final key in the lock, the treasure chest opens, and Spella eagerly pulls the lid open. And what's inside are bundles of letters, all wrapped in twine. And she
These are
pauses.
letters? I hope they're not love letters.
Spella like looks alarmed at that thought, and like tentatively opens one up, and you can see that it's childish handwriting, actually,
Oh. Okay.
to Gramps. A child writing to Gramps, and when Paul sticks his head in, he like his shadow eyes like open up wide, and he dives into the treasure chest. He's like, "Oh yeah, yes, I remember now. Let's see, it's under here," and like, like the bundles of letters go flying, until finally he brings out a single letter addressed to Lottie. Says, "This. I need you to mail this to my granddaughter."
Oh.
That's
Well,
it.
we can
That's the unfinished business.
we can do that, I think, can't we?
Yeah. So, of course, yeah. It's a post office not very far off. And like Spella's like peeking past to see if there's anything else in the chest. Yeah, okay. This is great. I can move on after this is done. So, tell you what. Both seem like the magic types. They took most of my stuff, but I was able to keep one thing. A few things. And he taps the bottom of the chest, and it opens up for a false bottom, and inside there is a very thin little scroll case.
Oh, baby, yeah, cash
Uh,
load.
Cash node. Spell it eagerly grabs that one up, and it opens it up, and it contains 2 say first level spell scrolls of your choice.
Ooh, okay.
So yeah.
So 1 for you, 1 for me?
So yeah. So 1 for Alibi to use, 1 that Spell could use to learn a new spell for her spell.
Neato, okay. So yeah, sorcerers, it'll be a one-time use, but I will make use of it. That's exciting. Alibi is actually kind of more interested in checking the address of this letter because he can be Pony Express. He has a horse.
Oh, if you, I don't know if you want to use that for maybe later on. I can let you decide where the address will take him.
That would be fun. I feel like that's a nice little hook. And yeah, he rolls it up and does a sort of comical salute with the heel click and says, I will make sure that it arrives as soon as possible, which may or may not take a very long time because I'm quite slow.
Well, I mean, that works for me. I'm just going to be kicking around here, I suppose, until that's delivered. Then I can finally get on out of here to the wherever. He just kind of looks around and says, "Oh, right, your shadows. Yeah, here you go." And just kind of like flicks them back at both of you, and you have your shadows back.
Oh, phew.
Spella doesn't even notice. Just she's still like pouring through the spell scroll that she's got.
Alibi makes sure that his shadow is his shadow and her shadow is her shadow rather than a whole mind swap situation.
Oh my
Who
god,
knows?
we rolled for it. That's a 15. Yeah,
Yeah, we
did.
got the right one. Next time.
That would have been hilarious. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, like Spella's just kind of like, "Oh yes, I'm delighted. Good to meet you." Let me go now. And, like, just walking out with a spell scroll.
Okay.
Um,
Alibi
and
sort
I
of
think
is heading towards the door,
chest
but
first.
turns around before he leaves and says, "Oh, was there anything? I mean, posthumous you wanted to tell them?"
Just let him know the Gramps loves him.
Yeah, that's what I would say.
Pretty sure I wrote that in there, but just to make sure.
Okay, gotcha. Won't forget.
All right. Thanks. Tell you what. These comic books aren't gonna be. They're probably just gonna toss them. So if you want any, just
Yes, and yeah, he runs back and gets any of the comic books that he can see because he has been starved of comic books for far too long because he has to keep moving everywhere, so he has no library.
And this guy had this guy had a prodigious collection of them. Your, your hammer space is now full of plenty of reading material.
Oh my god, just so worth it. This is why I bought saddlebags for What the Horse, is so I could pick up more loot. Yes, I have comic books. This is definitely
Beautiful.
going in my itinerary. Yes, thank you.
Yes. But you hear a small oof from the front as Spilla seems to have run directly into one of the retirement home aides. Looks up at him's like, "Oh, we're finished." Uh, and the aide looks down. And is like, "Oh, good. Did you trip most of the traps? You think you got most of them?" Like, looks in the looks inside the room.
Yes, I don't
would like
look
to
in
give
the
you a-
bathtub too closely. I think the enamels come off. There's a gelatinous cube mimic thing. It's called Bitey. It's quite friendly, really.
Oh boy, great. Well, I mean, normally we let you adventurers. We spread the rumors usually to let you adventurers come in and take a look around, disarm some traps. Looks pointedly at the spell scroll Spell is holding, and she like stuffs it in her hammer space.
Oh, I'm gonna make a real
Yeah,
quick
we usually let you guys-
sleight of hand roll. I'm gonna try and put mine inside one of the comics, which are definitely of no material worth to anybody. Oh, that's a 16.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, normally we confiscate any dangerous magical items, but I don't think we've saw. I didn't see anything. So you guys have a nice day, you grandchildren. And he just steps aside and lets you out.
Okay, yes, thank you very much. Bye.
Retirement. Yep. Both of them. Oh, other good Foley work. But yeah, retirement homes for demented wizards outsourcing the dangerous work to adventurers.
I mean, yeah, I can very much envision it. It's quite a sensible idea, really. Okay, we have survived the dangers. Was there anything else you would like as a postscript? I feel like they should say goodbye to each other at least.
Yeah. So, she starts as after she's regained her breath, and they're back out on the road.
No ice knife this
suppose,
time. That was unexpectedly peaceful of you.
Well, she probably could have. I doubt it would have had any effect on the ghost anyway. I suppose I could try and go back and try it.
You're welcome to, but without me, I will say.
There's a little quirk at the corner of her mouth that suggests that it was a bit of a joke that she was trying to make.
Oh.
Maybe, like you definitely catch like she's like glancing at you. Like, did he get the joke?
I got it. Yes.
Okay. Clearing throat. So I guess you'll be
Yes.
leaving town.
Yeah, I seem to do that to a lot of towns. Well, you know, I love to travel.
Well, Well, you definitely don't get free coffee, but next time you're in town, uh, if you want to visit, we
Visit?
could step out for. The college has a nice coffee shop.
You're still there.
Well, yes, I'm trying to finish my postgraduate.
Oh, right, yes, the sort of the endless wheel of academia. Never really was a one for books myself, really. I mean, comic books, novels, adventures stories, yes, but not really the homework type.
Hmm. Well, if you're in the area, and I know I did pull you out pretty early, so maybe go get some sleep. And she very awkwardly just reaches out and pats him like twice, very stiffly on the shoulder. Um,
He accepts it. He doesn't know what to do either because like shaking hands feels weird. Hug is not on the table. It's like so he just sort of gives a stiff little bow, like he used to have to give when he was a noble and always hated doing it, but like this is the best he can do. And he's like, well, that's a lovely invitation. I want to say I'll keep in touch. I'm not sure if it's a good idea.
hmm.
Not because
She's
of you. Just it's my situation's complicated. I don't want to bore you with it. Anyway, I travel, so I feel like we'll find each other again if we're supposed to.
oh, yeah, absolutely. Once I'm done with the postgraduate, I'm just going to see if I can set up shop as a local witch somewhere. But
Yeah, I can see
yeah,
that.
so I'd say you did me a solid today. So if you need help with anything down the line, just let me know.
Debt
I don't like
accepted.
having debts.
I think he gives
Uh,
one of those two-fingered whistles, and what the horse comes out of wherever she was lazing around munching grass from. This very lackadaisical rubber hose horse, who is
God,
moss
I
green
love her
at the
so
moment.
much.
Oh, she's
Hmm.
fun. And she nods at Spella and says howdy, but you probably don't speak animal, so you probably just hear
Um, just nods back a little confused. Yeah. And without saying goodbye, she just kind of like turns around and walks quickly away. Just like,
Mhm.
And you can just see like red like starting to travel up the back of her neck into her face.
And we get a reverse camera shot of Alibi mounting the horse with exactly the same colour scheme going on. And what says, she's someone you know, someone I used to.
I think that's probably a good place to end it there.
Yay! This was fun! I can't believe the
Yes!
false teeth! What the hell?
Oh my god!
That's the funniest shit. Oh my
Oh,
wow. Okay, so
oh man!
note to
Oh,
self.
that I was
Many,
delighted.
many
When you
teeth jokes.
said that, I was delighted. Oh my
That's really
god!
funny. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Ah, well, this was wonderful.
oh.
Thanks everyone for listening. I'm sure these two will cause even more chaos in the future. And hooray for failing every single investigation roll in that bathroom. I feel bad for Bitey. I probably poisoned that poor thing. Oh,
Definitely some.
oh no.
God. Oh,
Google's, is it
Whitey
possible
has
to
a lot to
overdose?
digest right now.
Google's if it's possible to overdose a set of false teeth on vitamin D. I know you can do that with a human, but I don't know.
I don't know. I
Maybe
guess
I just
that's Bitey's problem to deal with.
yeah. Unless I just made a
Yeah.
really strong gelatinous cube mimic now.
I don't know. We
Yeah.
could.
let's not worry about that right now.
You
That's someone
could've.
else's problem.
But yeah. Yeah, that poor retirement homemade.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, that was a delight, Mud. Thank you so much.
I love playing with you. I love listening to games with you. If any of you haven't listened to the games with Sally Forth in, I love her. She's one of my favorite characters. So much fun.
Oh,
Okay, and this
and I
was
love
perfect.
Alibi.
I love
Alibi so much in
my
its
chaotic
many
neutral bastard.
forms.
Oh.
All right. So I think, okay, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop recording here. So I'm
Same.
going to say goodbye to the folks listening at home. And thank you so much for
Bye.
listening. And we love you. Bye.